Okay, so I'd like to read a little bit from the contract right now. So, if you do away with the yoke of oppression, with the pointing finger and malicious talk, and if you spend yourself on behalf of the hungry and satisfy the needs of the oppressed, then your light will rise in the darkness, your night will become like the noonday. He will satisfy your needs in a sun-scorched land. He will strengthen your frame. You will be like a well-watered garden, like a spring whose waters never fail. You know, this is an incredible picture, right? So, and there's a point here. If you spend yourself, other translations of the Bible say, if you empty yourself on behalf of these, and that hunger, it may not only be a physical hunger, it could be a spiritual hunger. As you empty yourself, satisfying the spiritual hunger of the people who you come in contact with, you know, your neighbor. So this deals with so many things. Can you see that your night or your darkness, that's associated with depression? So it's like when you feel down or depressed, actually it'll be like the noonday sun, which is like, in your most depressed, you will be jumping up and down in joy, right? So this image of your night will be like the noonday sun. The Lord will guide you always. You know, you don't have to be looking in the news, trying to make decisions based on all this other advice, how to build a successful company, maybe not even how to build a successful church. You know, the Lord will guide you always, you know, in all of your decisions. He will satisfy your needs in a sun-scorched land. So we've been through a really bad drought in Texas, you know, where you see the land is actually cracked and opening up. People selling all their cattle and all this is going on, you know, and it's promising that he will satisfy our needs in the sun-scorched land, you know. So it doesn't really matter what happens. If it rains or if it doesn't rain, our needs will be met. There's enough for us, you know. And he will strengthen your frame, you know. Even as we get older, you know, we will still be able to do work. Our frame will be strengthened emotionally, spiritually, physically, and we will be like a well-watered garden, a spring that never fails. So these are images, you know, we've been doing gardening lately, and the summer was particularly brutal. If you missed watering one day, your plants will be like, withered. So this image of a well-watered garden, like a spring that doesn't fail, it's speaking of our lives. You know, this is our side of, this is what God will do for us in this part of the contract.